Hello, I'm Michael from Gypsy Jazz Australia. You'll find me on www.gypsyjazz.com.au, and I set up this business because I just wanted to make it a bit easier for Australians to get their hands on the good stuff for the picks and the guitars. So I've got a range of guitars coming in from Europe, but also I've imported a range of picks. Today I wanted to talk to you about the Manouche pick range. These are all made by Jocko Santing in Holland. It seems to be the Holland people love making picks because I think all three brands I've got are coming from Holland. Yeah, Jocko does an amazing job. Each pick is actually made to order and they're all handmade in his little workshop attached to his house. It's really something. The interesting thing with Jocko too is that he offers an incredible variety because he has this big range of materials that he makes his picks from, but he also has a range of shapes that he does, his models, and then he also does all the different thicknesses of all the different models. So the variations are enormous. I've just stuck with the one range at the moment with my first import, which is his tortoise shell material. But he also does, he sent me over just to try some samples of. So I'm looking forward to trying a few more of these in the different models as they go along. But there's Esme. He's got a Mando Gypsy Blonde Tortoise. He does just black shell rim, does like a form of ivory, a Galalith Pearl. Looks beautiful. It's a red fire tortoise. And actually one of the favorites, and I've been playing a bit with this one myself, is a Safari Tortoise, which has been a nice pick. And it's an interesting color shade with the black and white. So we'll look at getting some of those in down the track. I think the thing I find, and I've got to stress, I've been playing Gypsy Jazz since March in 2020. It was my coronavirus lockdown task was to learn the rhythm for it. So certainly there's people with a lot more experience than I've got. But I can tell you what I've been learning so far is that one of the things I do love about Jocko's picks, the Manouche pick, is that all the edges are beveled, so you can play from any corner. And the more I meet people and the more I play with people, the more I realise that that not everybody uses the pick end that that the pick's been designed for. And it does offer a lot of variety with the playing. If you're into a bolero rhythm or something like that, you can turn it onto the side. And I don't know, as somebody that's relatively new, I do find that sometimes a bit easier and able to get that rhythm happening a little bit better. The range of picks I got in were just a little bit of a cross-section of what Jocko's got to offer. His main Manouche pick model, I got a couple of those ones in. They're sort of more your classic pick shape. They're what I do like about them is that he's got the holes, the grip holes, but you won't be able to see this, but in between the grip hole, he also has little channels with his one. This is actually his signature model, and I've got that both in the 3 and the 4mm. I've got to say, Jocko's picks, as opposed to some of the other materials I've played with, they do seem to offer a really good tone. Like you just get that beautiful sound out of the guitar with these picks. And I think that's probably to do with it offers a very smooth surface. So I've got the 3 and 4mm in the Manouche picks. The Giovanni model he's made, it's actually he does a Django model, which is based on an actual pick that he got his hands on that Django Reinhardt had played with along the way. And he's done the shape. The Giovanni model is that Django pick, but it's got the grip holes in it. And I just sort of thought that's probably going to make life a bit easier. That is a really great pick. It's got a more rounded point as opposed to some of the others. And again, you've got the rounded tip. So if you're wanting to sort of use the other sides for a bit of rhythm or even for your lead, it offers a bit of variety there. So I've got that in a 3 and a 4mm. I've also got a pick that he'd made for Stockley Rosenberg along the way. I got that in a 3mm, being a small jazz pick primarily made for lead. Beautiful and just tiny, just really fits right in the finger, but probably for better players than me. I also got a couple that he made for Noosh Rosenberg. So obviously Noosh does the rhythm with the Rosenberg trio. Being rhythm picks, I primarily got those as a thicker one. So I got the 4 and 5mm picks with those. And again, use all sides, fantastic for rhythm. He also does a little range of 3-sided picks, which I really loved. So the great thing with these, obviously the pick turns in your hand in the middle of playing, you just keep turning it because you've got three sides to go from, all identical. So that's the Trios model. I got that in a 3mm and a 4mm. I also got a Tresto pick. And this is an interesting one because even though it's got the 3 sides, there's two sides that are different, and then there's a pointier side. So you've got sort of two different rhythm sides, and then one that's perhaps a bit pointier for an easy lead. Yeah, so that's the range of Manoush picks. Like I say, he makes these with a lot of love and puts a lot of effort into them. I have these all available now, and the great thing with having them available finally in Australia is I can get them to you within a week, usually a few days. And obviously, even though I've got to charge GST on them, the cost of postage and all that is a lot different to what you'd be used to paying from some of the American firms that we've all had to deal with. So yeah, it's just a few bucks postage. I do free postage if it's an order over $50. Also have some t-shirts, and I've got a couple of other pick ranges which I'll talk to you about another day. But thanks for joining me, and I'm looking forward to meeting you all soon, and happy jamming in the meantime. Thank you.